How's it, guys? Monday, hyped NFT show. I'm Philip Kalinko. That is Morland Mount, and this is the NFT show.
What's up, guys? How are you doing, Philip?
I'm good, Morland. How are you? How was your weekend?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Can't complain. But
Good.
ready to start the week off with some exciting, hyped projects. We got
Yeah,
f-
for sure.
we got 5 of them for people today, and all of them sort of varying in levels of hype and excitement, and yeah, and hopefully some of them are early enough for you that you can get involved and hopefully earn some whitelist spots or um, whatever it is you have to do. So,
Yeah, and I'm proud to
go-
say that not even one of them is a 3D project.
yeah, yeah. Well, sort of. Mine is, but
Okay. So
the
all of them
rest
except
aren't,
one.
except this first one we're gonna
All
cover.
right. So
The
let's
first,
just let's just get
yeah,
out the.
and
All right.
yeah.
So
No, the
what is the
first one
first one?
we're going to talk about is Chipto's X is the collection. Um, but they've actually been around for a while. Their Genesis collection, and it's an interesting story. So how this collection started was actually with physical pieces. The artist created a physical uh, CryptoPunk head made out of um, computer parts. And then they decided to make it into an NFT. So the original collection, here's the original NFT collection. So they look like motherboards and different components to a computer, um, but in 3D, and there's only 512 of them. But it's sitting at a 1.1 ETH floor. And then the physical copy, there weren't even this many, and they sold for even more than that 1.1 ETH. So it's just nice to know that there's actually something backing this project when you're looking at it. So they've decided to jump into doing their first full-blown collection. And that's where the Chipto's X collection comes in. You're going to get it's their flagship collection, and you're going to get a 3D avatar computer component built ape or Godzilla of some kind. Uh, I think it's really cool. I personally haven't seen anything like this yet in the NFT space. Um, Especially with the 3D projects we've been reviewing before. I really like this. I think it's a really interesting art style. It almost looks like your computer has transformed into that robot ape or dinosaur. It's really really cool. So this is what you were looking at in terms of the art, and when it comes down to the roadmap, they've already they've added the physical collection piece as number one. So this sold out in May of 2021. The Chipto's Genesis is step number two, and it sold out in August of 2021. And now they've been working on this new Chipto's X launch, and it's going to be coming some point this year, Q1. They were hoping for February, but when you do a little more digging, they haven't actually announced a launch date yet. But let's go a little further into the roadmap. Once they sell out, there's actually hidden traits within the NFTs that will allow the owners of those hidden traits to earn some prizes. So kind of cool gamification collection idea. The Chipto's treasury. So upon sellout, 10% of the primary sales will be used to set up a treasury. 20% of the total secondary profits from all our current and future collections will also start to accrue in the Chipto's treasury. So giving back, some charity initiatives, supporting and empowering underprivileged kids, community events. So they're going to be having some different community events with some very cool prizes, merch drop, and of course a metaverse avatars. So hoping to get into the metaverse. Other initiatives, they're doing IRL events, digital fashion, like I mentioned, the metaverse, different partnerships with computer and tech companies, token creation, and more giving back. And of course, content on website to grow authority in the art, tech, Web3 space. So when you're actually looking at the project, it started out kind of as just a physical art project, right? And as it's expanded into this new and NFT space. So you've got people that have a physical art experience, and then you've also got on the team some people that are very involved in the NFT space. So both the artists are like significant in the space. When you go to their Twitters, here's Cam Taylor. He's a Bored Ape holder, and he's been working on Chiptoes and his own project called Rare Diamond Hands, which actually has a 1.15 ETH floor. Again, more interesting 3D art. So he's been in the space, and then Ahmed or Gapper.eth, again in the crypto space. They were the original artists behind CryptoPunks, and they have a number. When you go to their link tree, they have a number of other projects that they've worked on as well. I'm not going to go diving into all of those, but it's just nice to see that they're in the space. They've been involved for a while, and they're not hiding behind any fake names or that they're doxed is what I'm trying to say. So when we jump over to their Twitter, not a huge following, only 7,000 followers, but again, this isn't one of those major hype projects where you need to necessarily be worrying about massive followings on Twitter. They've been around since May of 2021 with their Genesis collection. They have a stable, solid floor of 1 ETH in that Genesis collection. So it's not necessarily one of those projects that has a ton of buzz around it, but when it does launch, I guarantee you that some whale wallets will be dipping their toes into this project. Uh, so the full collection is actually 7,680 of these 3D animations. And just to give you a taste, let's actually watch this video. So I don't know about you guys, but that kind of got me excited. um, so it's got the team, it's got the cool artwork, and I think personally, with the fact that it has an established team behind it, they're going to do very well in pushing this out to the right people in the space to get it that hype that it deserves. Um, so when we go to their Discord, again, it's not that many people in here. There's only 5,000 people in the Discord. So very small, intimate community when we're used to seeing these 100,000 people in Discord on these super hype projects. Yeah, supposed 100,000. But this is refreshing, right? You know that there's going to be genuine people in here, genuine conversation, and people that actually believe in the NFT that and the project itself, not just a lot of speculative flippers. So yeah, check out their Discord, guys. Be one of the new members to join in. In terms of whitelist, as far as I know right now, they're actually just giving that to people that own a an original, like the Genesis Chiptos have been whitelisted. They actually get 1 free mint and then 3 pre-sales. And anyone that holds a rare diamond hands as well. So might be worth a look at. I mean, these have probably pumped in price, but it might be worth a look to get on that whitelist, or at least even a free mint, right? If you do believe in the project, believe in the team, and think long term, this is going to be a good one. And I do think it is based off of the people behind it. I do think they're in it for the right reasons, in it for the long run, and yeah, definitely one to keep an eye on. Again, not crazy hype, but a really cool project to keep your eyes on, guys.
Yeah, it looks cool. I wanted to discuss Ape Incorporated, Ape INC, Arcade INC, sorry. And it's by the guys who created the Mutant versus Bored Ape game for the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So anybody who is in Bored Apes in any way knows that there was this whole contest and whole game where mutants versus apes, and you could win like Bored Apes and a whole lot of stuff. And it was guys enjoyed playing it. And the guys who developed that game are now launching their own NFT collection called arcade.inc. And the cool thing about this is that it's not limited to any community. So any NFT holder, you could come in and use that asset, that NFT, in the game, and they'll while you're playing, you'll have a little cartoon version of the game. So this is their website. I'll just show it to you. So from the makers of Apes versus Mutants, the Bored Ape Yacht Club game, comes a new GameFi metaverse for the entire NFT community. Now, I really like the fact that this is inclusive in that anyone, any community can play in this game. So I'll just show you this preview over here. So you can see it's a fighting type game.
That's really cool that you can pull your other NFT assets in and use them.
So the
Such a great idea.
yeah, it's really cool because it's going to get a lot of communities to come on board, and that's always good for the project itself, this arcade.inc, but also for the NFT community and the projects that come on board. And I think that yeah, I'll just wait for this to stop. Yeah, so I don't know if you can hear that, but it's a bit loud.
No, I can't hear it.
Okay, I'm just going to pause it. So that's the one side of it. But so you've got the play to earn aspect, and there is a play to earn aspect, so you can earn in it. And then there's also a metaverse play in it because there's also going to be land that you can get. And we do know that play to earn and metaverse at the moment is basically the meta. It's what's hot. You know, these metaverse projects like NFT Worlds and Metaverse and World Wide Web Land have really seen a pump recently, so much so that we're actually going to do a show just on those on Thursday. Just you know, obviously NFT Worlds currently is at a 14 ETH floor. That will drop, by the way, soon because they're doing their token. Their snapshot is actually now, so I do expect that to drop. I don't know how much, but still, even at 10 ETH, it's unattainable for most people. But there are many projects that you can get in. So this has got that metaverse type side, and you can customize it as well. There's different types of assets that you'll have, and it's almost like a whole ecosystem because you'll have your land, you'll have your NFTs, and you'll be able to socialize with the whole NFT community in one place if their vision is realized. You know, so everyone who wouldn't want to hang out with all other NFT owners in your own little hut where you are whatever NFT you own in an environment that's inclusive. So I think it's really, really interesting. exclusive NFT pairs with your existing NFTs. So they're hinting that if that's what your Bored Ape looks like, their avatar side will be this. So the future drops of PFPs are being hinted at here, sort of like you saw with crypto bats,
Right.
where your bat could bite the another blue chip project, and that would give you a new asset. Um, I do think it's important to see this team. It is a really, really strong team. I think there's 19 when I count it. So and if you just look here, I mean, it's game developer, game developer, game developer, back end developer, game designer, right? Front end developer. So obviously you've got your artists, your project leads, but the game is really the center of this. And I do think it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out because you've got, yeah, I think this is quite cool to see as well. So if that's what your Bored Ape looks like, then that's what your character's going to look like. I think
That's
it's so
cool.
cool. Your
Yeah.
character in the game.
Yeah, that's
And again,
awesome.
I mean, these guys have proven that they successfully did a game. They did it for Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? Bored Ape Yacht Club is not going to hire just anyone to do their games. And here you can hang out as whoever you are. And I think it's really cool. There's not much. I'll take you into their Discord. There's not a huge amount of info because we're quite early. We're quite early on this one. I do see it here. So let's start by looking here. We've got a total of 33,000 members in Discord. Anyone who is a Bored Ape Yacht Club holder gets OG role in this Discord. Doesn't apply to Mutant Ape holders, unfortunately. I did ask because I'm quite bullish on this one. So I'll just say here our vision is to create a metaverse for the whole NFT community where you can socialize, create, own, play, and live your life as an NFT. Okay. The mission is to bring instant utility to your NFTs in fully functioning Web3 society. Who can join the arcade? All NFTs are invited. Who's behind the arcade? The developers of the Bored Ape Yacht Club game, Apes vs. Mutants, and a solid team of designers, producers, marketers, and community moderators. What can I do on arcade? Live in arcade metaverse as your NFT. It's the ultimate socializing and gaming experience in Web3. What are the lands? See it as your new Web3 home, store, or showroom. You can own, customize, sell, invite other friends over. More to be revealed soon. How much do the lands cost? It will still to be announced. What are the rules for whitelist to be announced? When are you launching to be announced? And the roadmap will be available soon. So there you see we are early. There's no launch date over here. They haven't actually shown any as whitelisted yet. But definitely for me, very, very exciting. If you are watching the P2E space in NFTs, this one is one that you definitely need to keep on your radar. Yeah, I think the team is really the strength for me that they've delivered a successful game in the past. There's a huge team. I like the metaverse play. I like the socialized play. I like the inclusiveness of it. So for me, I'm actually really, really excited about this one.
Super innovative. Like when people think of this whole metaverse idea, they think of being able to use their avatars in different places, right? Everything has to be crossed over. These guys are doing it right away. Yeah, it's 2D pixelated images, but it's a start, right? So watch
And
out
it's
for
the
them,
first.
and
The
it's the
first
first,
with this
exactly.
level of inclusivity for all NFT holders.
Exactly. So just watch out for them to do even more in the space. So really cool. I love that. Next one, we're going back to more of a PFP style project, is Shamans. So I'm just gonna quickly play the teaser trailer. Maybe not. Well, it's not working. That's okay. Anyways, it's a really interesting project in the sense that the art is cool, and again, they're working towards that metaverse play that all these NFT projects are. But I just personally, I think the art is really great. We've got a couple sneak peeks here, but the story behind it is they just want to create a inclusive space where everyone can work alongside each other, being creative, being innovative, and being dreamers in the space, where there's good vibes and good energy. So that is their plan for their metaverse. I personally just really like the art style. Um, it it looks really cool to me. Tons of like variety, color. I like the character. You can see that there's going to be probably quite a few different traits. So yeah, that for me is what really speaks out in this project is the art. And when you look into who's actually doing the art, it's done by a professional duo, brothers Juan and Alejandro, and they're based out of Barcelona. So they've worked for projects on Nike, Adidas, Coca-Cola, Google, all the big name brands that we're kind of becoming accustomed to seeing on these NFT portfolios. But when you do take a look into their website, you can see that they do actually it holds up. They have a giant catalog of work, and I think it's really cool. I personally like the artwork. So you can just keep scrolling through their catalog of work here, but they have different installations and exhibits, right? So they are definitely well-known artists, and the fact that they're now dipping their toes into the NFT space, I think it's just another great example of NFTs being an opportunity for artists to showcase their work. So the roadmap, there's actually not too much here. All we know now is that they plan to build this metaverse, the shaman verse, or is what they're calling it. And along the way, they're going to have brand collaborations, a utility token, and secret events, whether that's within the metaverse space or within IRL. So not a very descriptive roadmap, but again, I think it's important to just sort of appreciate it for being an art PFP, and let the team sort of deliver on what it is that their vision is for their metaverse utility. So you take a look at the team. You've got the two artists here, and other than those two, I couldn't really tell you much about the other four founders. I went to their Twitter pages, and they didn't seem to have much of a following, and a few of them actually created their accounts kind of quite recently. But Vanessa, the advisor, she did actually create her own NFT space, or NFT collection rather, Baby Dragons NFTs. So she's been in the space, involved in creating projects. But again, I personally would want to know a little bit more about the team. But again, that doesn't mean they're hiding. That they are involved in their Discord. They're holding different question answer periods, AMAs. Their Discord is very, very involved. They have 35,000 people, and there's always something going on where they're trying to have community events. You can see they're having a festival in their voice chat right now. So definitely a decent size Discord community, nothing crazy like supposed 150 200,000 members. It's nice to see that they have that 35,000. That's, to me, it means that they do have a good hype, and it's real hype. And then just taking a look over at their Twitter, 47.8 thousand followers, and quite a decent engagement on their posts. retweets and likes. You're getting almost 300 retweets, almost 1,000 likes. Same here. Same on this post. Oh, this post has almost 2,500 likes, over 1,000 retweets. So definitely quite a bit of engagement on the project. And when it comes down to the actual collection, it's 9,898 of these pieces. And when we're looking for a launch date, we don't really have any information on that yet. But again, early days, get in the Discord, get involved, and hopefully you can work your way to a whitelist spot and get in on that collection. If you like the art and if you've done your own research and you think it's a worthwhile project, might be worth a look.
Yeah, it looks very cool. It actually reminds me from the art perspective of this project that I'm going to be covering now. So I want to bring you guys Loveless City. Oh,
All right, there we go.
whoa. All right, so this is a very cool project, in my opinion. It's by an artist, Tennessee Loveless, who's quite established in the space, in the art space. Nothing to do with NFTs initially. Has done a lot of commissions, a lot of work, for the last couple of decades. So you can see here a piece that he did for Disney. He's got a very distinct art style, and I absolutely love all of these. It's just, my style. This is really absolutely beautiful. And I'll just scroll through these because it's so distinctive that when you see the NFT side, you can't miss it. But you can see here he's got such a broad range, but it's all that distinctive look, and it actually reminds me a lot of Brito. I've mentioned it to you before, Moreland, the Brito stuff. I'll actually grab one to show you close because it really is similar. And it just makes me really think of it a lot from a colors perspective and things like that.
Yeah, the different patterns and bright colors and variety.
And the detail.
Here, let's pull that right up. Let's pull you all the way up. How do we do that? There. Yeah, the different colors in it, and the different designs.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it reminds me a lot of Brito, and especially that Mickey Mouse one. Obviously looking at a Mickey Mouse type character. But yeah, I mean, something that is quite cool here is that you've got this great artist, and then you've got him teaming up with guys who are reputable in the NFT space. So you've got vandoom.eth, who's part of this project and leading this project from an NFT side. And with the recent Invisible Friends, Slim Hood's Mood Roller project, where if you actually dissect it, the only utility is access to the next drop. And here you've got Marcus, who's the artist of Invisible Friends, and he's now bringing out another collection, and so we've seen and we've proven that this artist type led projects work. So this reminds me of that from that side of things, and the nice thing about having the artist as a founder of the project is that you get the continuity of the artwork throughout everything. So the website carries it through, and because they've got the founder is the artist, right? And so he can do a mock-up for the next tweet, and he can do a completely unique piece for the website. So I just want to jump onto their official Twitter here. Look how cool his PFP is. I mean, that's so cool.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Imagine having the skill and ability to do that for yourself. I mean, it's just incredible. Just a little bit of stats before we jump into this. Mid-date is the 4th of March. Their Discord is closed at the moment. So they do sometimes post on their Twitter. So if you are interested, follow and have notifications on. Their mint price is 0.1111 four ones, or rounded off 0.11. And their supply is only 3,333. Now, the way that they've structured this is almost like your first NFT is a metro ticket, like a train ticket or a bus ticket into their world, right? So you'll see here, this is what you actually going to be minting, the pass, right? That's what there's going to be 3,333, a Loveless City Metro pass. And what that's going to get you is access in March to the next drop, which is going to be a generative project with 6,666. So already they will have in effect sold 3,333 because all pass holders will be able to mint the generative, and then they'll be selling to public the other 3,333. And then late in March, they're going to be doing a Creeps collab on Lumi. And if you hold a MetroPass or Creeps, you'll be able to claim this. And I like how it's all seems ready to go, right? So you got the pass ready, you've got the second collection coming a couple of weeks after that, dropping a couple of weeks after, and the third drop coming a couple of weeks after that. So it seems very organized. I know that they've been working on this together for 8 months now, and I'm a big fan of not rushing to mint. Obviously, if you've got the hype and the following, mint is, great as soon as possible. But I do like this, taking your time to get all your ducks in a row, to be ready, so that when it does come to people minting, you're ready to fire. There's no, okay, well, we'll give you an egg, and in a year's time, that egg is going to turn into a PFP because we've got to get it done. Here, it's already done and ready to go, which I really do like. The Metro Pass, so the 3,333, give you the following utilities. The first is each Metro Pass is able to claim free one of the first generative. So we were saying that if you own this pass, you get the one of the 6,666. You just have to pay gas. They're also going to be giving whitelists and discounts on collabs with other partners. So again, we are seeing this a lot. A lot of projects are doing alpha sections in their Discord. Kaiju Kings, for example, is notorious for having a great alpha section where you get whitelists and things like that. Bored Ape Yacht Club with their Ape list is also, and that gives you a huge amount of value if done correctly, because it really just takes a whitelist where you mint at 0.08 and it ends up being a 3 ETH floor like Zipsy's was, or something to that effect. It just takes one whitelist to really give you a 25x. And a whitelist doesn't mean you have to mint. And we're going to actually, in tomorrow's show, I'm going to talk all about that and guide you, if you have whitelist, when to mint. You'll also be able to earn the love token if you stake your MetroPass. That's after mint, obviously, after you mint your MetroPass. And then there'll be staking multipliers as you hold for longer and hold the different collections. You'll have that. Upgradable passes, so you can attempt to upgrade your pass by using love. Upgraded passes move up a multiplier level. And I would imagine that will give you a rarer generative NFT. Multiplier re-rolling. So holders can use love to re-roll their current staking, multiplier stat within their current tier, and successful attempts will burn love and yield a higher multiplier stat, while failed attempts will simply burn love. So you can sort of gamble with your token and choose to try and get a multiplier, but you're sort of rolling the dice, right? So you could end up burning your love and getting a multiplier, or you could end up burning your love token and not getting a multiplier, right? Merch, my feelings on merch. Love auctions, access to NFT auctions powered by their token. Monthly giveaways. Dimension X collection. Now, this is interesting. So I'll just read it to you. Holders of the Dimension X MetroPass will be entered into special drawings to win one-of-one NFTs and physicals made by Tennessee Loveless and other featured artists. And it's interesting to me that they mention other featured artists. Again, it does remind me of the whole random collective, the Slim Hoods, Mood Roller, and now Invisible Friends. The fact that they are thinking of collaborating with other artists in the space, which I think is a good move. These items will all be uploaded to the Dimension X collection and can be redeemed with love and ETH. So very similar also to what World of Women do, where guest artists come and do a piece for the community that gets dropped, and then voting. So we want to give back to the community, and depending on how many NFTs you hold, you'll have a vote, almost like a DAO type system. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where it's at. Again, not much time as far as launch goes, 4th of March. I think you will struggle on the whitelist side. I really do expect this to be over 1 Ethereum very quickly, like almost immediately. So it's minting at 0.11, and I really do expect this to be 1 to 2 Ethereum straight away. There's a limited supply, 3,333, and they definitely have some good people in the space behind it, as well as what seems to me to be an absolutely incredible artist. So for me, when I look at this, I really feel like it's a recipe for success. Obviously, do your own research, and I don't know if it will be, but I really feel it will be. And I'm going to be watching this one very, very carefully.
Love the art. Art is awesome. I love that. And it seems very well thought out, the whole utility of the pass, and then the next generative, and then the launch with creeps. They could continue to do that with a ton of different blue chip projects, right? Like imagine offering that to say Bored Apes, and a certain number of Bored Ape holders could get their ape in that Loveless style, just like that. Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Like,
So that's exactly it, and that's what I was saying about the artist as part of the team. If they want to reach out to a project, this is how they do it. They
yeah,
they do a one piece, send it to them. So yeah, 100% you're on the money there. I mean,
tons of opportunity there for utility for holders.
yeah,
It's
and
awesome.
to bring other guys in. So I like it. I really do
Mhm.
like it. I think it's good.
All right, last one for today is Skulltunes. So I stumbled across this one randomly on Twitter a couple weeks ago, month ago, maybe now. I can't even really remember. I joined their Discord, and then just all of a sudden it started blowing up. They they've gotten a ton of hype in the last maybe week and a half now. Their Discord has just been absolutely going insane. When I joined, I think there was maybe 10,000 people. There's now over 101,000 people in the Discord, and it seems to have been fairly organic growth just through different influencers picking up on the project. I don't even know that they were, paid to do the review on it. Like, it's getting a lot of recognition, and I think for good reason. Just the art for me, I love it. I love this art. It's sort of that. Well, it's 3D, but it has sort of a poppy look to it. I think it's great. Um, so when it comes down to the actual project, what's behind it? What is it? So Skulltunes is a collection of 7,777 of these 3D skulls, but it's actually the life's work of an artist named Teodoru, and he has been creating these Skulltunes as figurines and art pieces for quite some time now, and has developed quite a following, and has actually been featured on in a lot of different galleries, and has sold quite a few of these figurine pieces, right? So he's developed his following as an artist, and again, it's just like the projects we spoke about earlier. It's an artist stepping into the NFT space to take advantage of what NFTs can deliver for that artist. So he's actually about the artist here just quickly. So he's a neo-pop artist living in Vienna, Austria. So to bring my vision to life, I work with different kinds of media like 3D, vector, traditional drawing, collage, mixed media, photography. Even if my cheerful, bizarre, and colorful characters in their fantastic environment seem to be a little menacing, sometimes they're sometimes they're friendly in the end. So he's got that neo pop style, I guess. I'm not an expert in that, but I love the style. I think it's great. So we jump back into their Discord. They have, their website. They have their skull map. The launch. So they plan to launch first exclusive skull games. So each holder is eligible to compete for one of an ultra rare collection. These will occur monthly and be co-hosted by other communities. So they actually are doing these skull games now, and that's how you earn whitelist. So if you join their Discord and participate in these skull games, you have an opportunity to win a whitelist spot. But when the project actually launches, those skull games are going to turn into an opportunity to win ultra rare NFTs. So they're going to have a Launchpad NFT hub. So holders will get whitelist for future launches from the Launchpad, featuring NFT projects from professional artists who venture into the NFT space. So professional artists trying to help out more professional artists get into the NFT space, right? So I think that's really cool. Holder controlled DAO. So they're going to have, as a holder, you'll have voting rights within their DAO. And then claims for Skulltunes holders. There's going to be different NFTs that you'll be able to claim just as being a holder. And then more special surprises coming soon. So here's the actual picture of the artist and another, description, but we've already spoken about him. Just the fact that there's a world-renowned artist behind the project, doesn't always guarantee that it's going to sell out, but I do think that he has developed this enough of a following, and they've done this right in terms of building and marketing this project, that they've created a very organic hype around the project, and I think that's going to serve them well. They have 65,000 followers on Twitter, and like I mentioned earlier, their Discord has 101,000 people, so it's grown quite quickly and is the largest one we've reviewed today, but definitely one that I think isn't full of bots and has, like I said, grown organically. So if you do want to try and get whitelist, get into their Discord, join in on those skull games. They're launching in March. The plan is to launch in March. There is no set price yet, but the collection, like I said, is 7,777. And if they keep growing at this rate, it's going to get tougher and tougher to get that whitelist spot and get in on the project. So definitely one to get involved with now. And again, do your research. But I think this one's going to do well for sure.
I've seen them everywhere from a collab perspective. So
Yeah,
I'm in a lot of Discords, and almost every single Discord has had 3 whitelist spots for our community, 10, 20, whatever it may be, including my alpha Discords. And like Kosher did something for his users, and Apelist had them for their users, and Brett had them. So they definitely have the right relationships with the right projects. Yeah, and I'm happy you brought this to us, Morgan. I think it looks like a very promising one.
Remember when I sent you the link? Like, I don't know when that was, a month or more ago, and I was like, this one looks like it has potential, and we were talking about doing an episode on it, and then all of a sudden, just boom, it blew up. So we had to bring it to you guys before it got any bigger.
Yeah, but it's still time, as you said.
Still time
to get in the Discord.
Launching in March, so yeah.
I
getting
do
there.
think it's going to, a lot of their success will be determined by what they set their mint price at. Um,
Yeah.
I think they've got to think very carefully about that. And looking at the caliber of decisions that the team has made so far with regards to collabs, I have no doubt that they'll make the correct decision for the projects. But yeah, that's going to either make or break them, because I can tell you now, if it's another point 0.3 mint, it's a
It's
waste of
hard.
time.
That's hard.
Especially in
Yeah.
this environment currently,
Yeah.
so that's going to be interesting. But looking at the drop size of 7,777 seems like they're reasonable, because it's not another 10,000 or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see. I wish we knew that, because then we could really give a proper,
Yeah. Our feelings
view
on the
on the actual
value of
price.
that, and yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, guys, that's our show for tonight. I do see we had a question here, and we've got a bit of time. What did you guys think of Voyager Unknown launch? Nicholas, has been an absolute mess, my man. They were supposed to do a raffle about a month ago. We actually covered it. We covered Voyagers Unknown about 2 months ago. They were supposed to launch about a month ago. There was huge problems. They kept delaying. Then they started minting, and there were huge problems, and they've paused. I was very, very, very excited about this project. After their third failed attempt at minting, I left the Discord. I think I even had whitelist. I left the Discord. After the last time where they started minting and stopped, I just thought, no, if these guys can't even get a mint right in 3 months, they can't even mint, how are they going to deliver anything? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but like, honestly, I've left. I'm
I've gotten
I'm not
to a
interested.
point with that, with a few projects where there's mint issues, and it's like, okay, let's stop it and figure this out. And I don't want to deal with that anymore. As soon as I get
Yeah,
those red flags, I'm trying to get out.
there can be like a little bit of a delay, or I don't know, but the second it starts being a big issue, and then now we're changing the roadmap, and these are now the genesis, and run for the
Yeah.
hills, that
Yeah.
but this one was more of a mess than I've seen. Like they, honestly, I've been waiting, like it's been about diary once a week, check on
Yeah.
Voyager, right?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to mint. I can't freaking mint, bro. And like, if I'm giving up on it, you must know, like, I don't give up.
Yeah.
I've just
And
thought, screw it. I mean,
it's
yeah,
been on our radar for a while, right? Like
over 2 months. We
yeah.
bought this to you over 2 months ago, Voyager Unknown, and yeah, just went weird. Speaking of minting, I am doing a show tomorrow. Okay, we got whitelist now, right? When do we mint versus when don't we? And I'm going to be taking you through what I look for. Doesn't only apply to whitelist. Let's say it's public sale, right? And it's not so hyped that it's going to sell out in 2 minutes. Maybe you got a couple of hours. When is the right time to mint? What are you looking for of a collection? What percentage must be sold before you want to mint? What should the floor price be? How many sales should there be? So I'm going to give you practical guides to say, okay, either I've got whitelist or I've got the ability to mint a project. Should I mint or should I not? And we'll look at that together. So I'm looking forward to bringing that to you tomorrow.
Awesome. Looking forward to
And
the
what do they need to
episode.
do, Morland? What do they need to do?
They
Tell the
need
people.
to subscribe. They need to hit that like button, and then they need to check out all the links down in our description and join our Discord. We've got a small but mighty Discord group that has a lot of great NFT knowledge, and we're dropping info literally every single day. So check that out, and yeah. So
yeah, it's not so small
join
anymore.
us.
Okay, it is small. It's 200,
Yeah,
but it started
growing,
at you and me
Yeah, it's
7
growing.
or 8 weeks ago. So it's not so tiny. The other thing is that we have said when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we are going to be giving our YouTube subscribers, we are going to be giving away an NFT from our collection. I have clearly said it's going to be a cheapish NFT. So it's not going to be 0.01, but it's not going to be over 0.1. So we're giving it away. That is going to be done in our Discord. So we will reference it in the YouTube video. and we'll give you guys a week from when we record the YouTube video so that you've got time to get in the Discord and enter that giveaway. But really, anything like that we do is going to be referenced in a video and happen in the Discord. So if you haven't already, just go onto our YouTube, check out our About section, click on Discord and come in, and then you're there. We gave away some whitelist spots yesterday, lots of alpha, lots of charts, lots of bots showing you what's selling, what's happening. So yeah, definitely come there, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Peace, guys.
Cheers, guys.